Happy Friday, ladies, and so happy to be with you today for another a live broadcast training. And today, as you can see, I have a special guest with me, and we are going to hear a client story, and I am super pumped to share this with you. Now, as you know, since you've been doing this with me, some of you for a while, and some of you are new, and we are so excited to have you with us. If you are watching live, then always let us know in the comments live. Let us know where you're watching from, and let's connect. Yep, I see Norma's here. Thank you, Norma. And I see we've got a few people watching already. I really look forward to being with you guys on Fridays. And today I'm here with Kathy, and in a few minutes, I'm going to introduce her officially. But we're going to have a client story, as I said, and our topic today is 2 critical ingredients you need to win with your weight loss long term. Do you have those ingredients? So that's what we're going to talk about. And we're going to walk through Kathy's story and kind of how that's been so significant for her. I'm going to see here who's saying hello. Norma says hello, Kathy. Tracy, live from Texas. Indiana, Lorianne, hello. Lisa's on with us. I love it. All right, keep them coming, guys. Remember, we want energy. Energy creates more energy, so we want to spur one another on to feel enthusiastic. Olivia, hello. Gracie, all right, awesome. Now, if you are looking to be inspired, to get some information like on how you can win, this is the place for you. Remember, we want to move you from stuck to unstoppable, from exhausted to energized, from confused to clarity as to what you need to do with your weight loss. And if you are watching this on YouTube or on any kind of a podcast platform, I want to invite you to come on into this community. I say this and I mean it. This is the best faith-based weight loss community for women. You want to be a part. And you can join by going to facebook.com/groups/faith-based weight loss for women, the number 4, and ask to join. And if you're in the community, you can be live, and I'm watching your comments. They distract me, but I love it. Lorianne remembered the all caps. Debbie is there, and Chris, you made it. I thought Chris was going to be at work. Kathy, I think she's here for you. Chris is here. Oh, I know, because she's usually working. So you guys can let us know. And yeah, we have such a lovely community. And if you're looking for support, encouragement, resources, or professional coaching, then you can get that. You don't have to. So just to always clarify, you can be in the free group forever. And I love all of you ladies in this group. And we want to minister to you and serve you by providing you with the weekly training, lots of free resources. But then for some of you who want to take it a step further, we can also do that. And as always, if you want to find out more or talk further, just drop help in the comments. If not, let us know. Regardless, we want to learn about you. So I message you guys. And hopefully, if you saw my video this week, just some housekeeping things before we start. If you, number one, make sure you're my Facebook friend. Otherwise, you won't see some of my stuff that I put for you. And some of you have profiles where I can't be your friend. You have to ask me. So I would encourage you to be my friend. But secondly, check your messenger for messages from us, or better yet, you send me a message if you want to reach out to me. So those are kind of my summary. And if you're like confused what you need to do, reach out. We'd love to help you become unconfused. We always want to strive for clarity. Our God is a God of order and clarity, not a God of confusion. So we don't want you to be confused. You got a lot of fans, Kathy, lots of hellos coming. I know, it's awesome. I love it. Kathy is a lovely lady, friend, client, and Kathy makes me laugh. So today we're going to get to know her. But before we do, and I know you're like, stop talking, I'm getting there. We got to do our 2 wins. Now, guys, this week, it's been like on fire. The wins, I don't know why, but like, I guess it just kind of was really finely connected. Like clients were posting wins. So take a look in the group, but I want to share 2 wins with you. Julie has posted something that I just loved. She said she has found the long-lasting solution to her health and weight, learning time management, good meal planning. She's excited and amazed that one group and program is encompassing all her needs. Now, why did this win make me so happy? Because I tell you guys a lot, this program, one of our unique features, what we do with our clients is it's a comprehensive and balanced program. And it made me so happy to see Julie post that. And she posted a beautiful little board with Romans 12:1, asking God into her wellness and offering, renewing her mind through God's word. So those are where that's where change starts to happen. And we talk a lot about this. So give Julie a shout out. Let's someone was, let's give her a shout out. So I had a call coming in, but yeah, give Julie a shout out. She's just starting her journey. So we want to see her make some amazing wins. My second shout out today, I want to see yay, Julie. You guys know I like to see the yay because Lynn said big turnout. They're here for Kathy, Lynn. Kathy's got a fan club. No, it's good.
They don't know me.
No, I am teasing. It's all good. But they do know you. Let's, yes, now I see a way to go, Julie. See, I got to see some celebration before we move on to the next. So our second celebration is for Tanya today. Tanya has just started with the program as well. She dropped 4 pounds, but she said the real win is now I am on the journey of transformation. Again, these wins really thrill me because our goal is not just to lose weight. As a faith-based group of women, we want to be transformed. We want to learn to love the life God has called us to and love it well. You're going to hear me say that a lot because that's what we're trying to do. We want to get to the finish line of our life with no regrets. So let's give Tanya a shout out. I see lots of yay, Julie, and I want to see a bunch of yay, Tanyas. And then we're going to start today. And we are going to talk about the 2 ingredients. And thanks to all of you who shared what ingredient you think was necessary for weight loss. I put a post on Saturday and a lot of you commented about what is the one ingredient that is essential for lasting weight loss. And lots of you commented and there were awesome ingredients. And, you know, today I'm highlighting 2 as they relate to Kathy and as they truly relate to your winning long-term with your weight loss. And Kathy's story really has exemplified these ingredients. And that's kind of where I come up with the title and then a client. Now I'm going to tell you right up front, Kathy, I'm going to introduce you now and we're going to start talking, but I'm still setting up the stage. So I told Kathy to just sit there till I told her to start talking and she's doing amazing. How are you feeling, Kathy? You're good? You can talk.
No, it's good. I can be quiet when I have to.
No, I'm totally teasing you. You know that I tease Kathy a lot because I appreciate her and I tease the people that I appreciate. So Kathy is probably, she tells you guys this, she's the oldest client I have. And in the faith-based weight loss community, we talk a lot that it's not about an age, truly. And in our current life, the old 70, like what it used to be 70 is now 80 and 90. And so we're all becoming, like our lifespan is different. And as a physical therapist, like I'm treating 90-year-olds in the clinic often when I was treating more. And when I was a new physical therapist, like 70 was like what now is 80 or 90. And so we've seen those changes, but my point is, and so Kathy's always kind of, when she joined, she was a little reluctant, but it has been amazing to watch Kathy's journey and see her make changes in her weight loss and in her mindset and in her faith and life. And I think she'll talk to you about that today. And so I really like that, the fact of like showing you the different age ranges. One of the other things when I do these client stories, just to be clear, like sometimes we're talking about like 15, 20 pounds and people need to lose more. Just to be clear, when I do these interviews, and today I'm going to clarify this, what they've lost and how much more they have to lose, because some of you think like you need to lose more than these people, which is usually not the case. So 2 ingredients. Before we dive in, I want to remind you, winning with your weight loss long-term is not just looking at the number on the scale. We talk a lot about that in our community. The number on the scale, like in pounds or kilograms, depending on which part of the world you are watching from, is just an itty bitty piece of winning with your weight loss long-term. And if you struggle with the scale being like your nemesis, you can put scale or like a mad face in the comments, because you're not alone. That number on the scale can torment us. And today we're not talking about that, except to tell you that what this training today is about winning with your weight loss long-term. And there's so much more to winning with your weight loss long-term than just the number on the scale, the pounds number, right? In our community, we identify, we look at a whole bunch of different body composition factors. We also look at non-scale victories. We look at function, and we look at so many things. And so winning with your weight loss long-term is seeing your health and life, quality of life. Yeah, Gina Marie, I like that. She's the only one who has the nemesis. Thank you, Gina, that you didn't leave me alone. She sent the mad face about the scale. If nobody, you guys, the rest of you don't relate, I appreciate Gina Maria, because I would put the mad face as well. So let's see some mad faces at the scale. We don't want the scale to control us. Yeah, Kathy's giving me the mad, I know. I'm right with you, Kathy. So we got to get some energy in these ladies being honest with us here today. No, I'm teasing. You guys know that. And so we want to get our health improved in a comprehensive fashion, right? Not just the number on the scale. And if you struggle with that number on the scale, one of the things, yeah, I'm getting a lot of mad faces now. Olivia gave us 3. I love that, Olivia. Yes, you're not alone. So we get it. So that is number one. Winning with your weight loss is a comprehensive answer. And that's important to us in the faith-based community. And today, I want to tell you about Kathy, because Kathy has been winning in her journey. Kathy, I'm going to give them a little bit of background. I already told you that Kathy is my oldest client by age, but that's about it. And I let her tell you her age if she wants, but it's not, important necessarily. Number 2, Kathy, I'll give you some statistics, has been working with me for about 8 months, and she has lost 35 pounds. And she has lost 6% body fat, 25, probably more than that in body fat. Her BMI is down over 5 points. And she has lost 10 inches in her waist, which I was really excited to see as I tallied this data this morning. And what you need to know is through these 8 months, Kathy has had a lot of adversity, a lot of challenges. And what's great and awesome about her story is that she was able to continue to lose weight and maintain her weight, whereas in the past, she would have probably spiked up. And that's something her and I talk about a lot. And she did not, her wellness, her weight loss did not spin out of control. She still was able to manage parts of her wellness. And now she's back on. Her life is a little bit more like been a little quieter. And we're back to tackling, because she still wants to lose about 50 more pounds, and we're confident she's there. But one of the key points about winning with your weight loss long-term is that it's sustainable, slow, and steady. And so Kathy, we're going to get started. How are you today?
I'm good.
So how did I describe you? You make
pretty accurate.
Add to your journey? Anything
you just forgot to tell them that I'm 80 or 90, because that's the new 70.
She is not 70. 80 or 90.
I'm 70.
Kathy is 70. Yeah. Right, Kathy?
Right.
Yes.
But that's the new 80 or 90, or 80 or 90 is the new 70, something like that.
Something like that. My point is 70 is now super young, is what I was trying to say.
Oh, okay. I'm
yes.
really probably about 20.
Yes. People come in at 90 and they're young. So truly 70 used to be older, but now it's super young. And so again, we don't look at age as a number. We also don't really identify an amount of pounds you need to lose. A lot of our clients need to lose from 50 to 150, I would say, but some only need to lose 20. But it's really, if you're stuck, frustrated, nothing is working anymore, and you feel like things are spinning out of control. And so I guess I want to start with going back to before we met Kathy. Where were you in your journey? I think we started in May, around mid-May. Where were you at?
Where was I at? You mean, where was I at emotionally?
Yeah, you're kind of where you were at in this weight loss journey and feeling why we can.
Frustrated, very frustrated. I had tried so many different things. Noom, Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig. I even worked with a group that had a trainer. I would see a psychologist, and a nutritionist, and then an exercise physiologist every week. And I had a whole program, and each time I would lose weight, but then I would hit a point and I'd stop losing and I'd give up.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really was at the point where I thought, I can't do this on my own. I can't do it. And either God helps me or there's something. I knew I needed to lose weight, but couldn't do it on my own.
And I remember when we met, I do remember you were very frustrated and very suspicious, skeptical, like if you could really could really change, because like you just said, you would succeed and then fail, succeed and fail. And I remember you really struggling with that. But also I want us to speak a little, you had a lot of health concerns.
Yeah, I had just found out that I turned diabetic. So I knew that was it. I wasn't moving. I needed a knee replacement, but they wouldn't do it because I weighed too much. And I was trying to lose weight. And the more I tried to lose weight, the more I gained because it made me hungry. And I couldn't move much. I remember when we first started, you said to go out for like, I don't know, it was like 5 minutes and just look around and find things to praise God for. So I managed to walk half a block and back, but it was very hard because I had not been moving.
And I remember that distinctly. You were, I think what I recall, and correct me if I'm wrong, is you had to like look for somewhere to sit because you couldn't walk back. You had to find a rest and back. Is that right?
I was wishing there was somewhere. There was nowhere to sit. So I would just stand and try to stretch and like, okay, I look like an idiot here, but I made it back and then kind of collapsed on the swing that's in the front.
And guys, just fast forwarding, Kathy's step goal now is daily steps 6,000.
Yeah, from not much, not even 1,000.
Exactly. I mean, Kathy couldn't walk 5 minutes. But again, I just had to jump to that because it's out. I mean, again, I know it was really hard to get those steps in. And now she just upped her goal. She was getting to 5,000 and she's upped it to 6. And, if you can relate to Kathy. So what was significant when we met is she was very skeptical. You had a lot of health concerns and they were legitimate. I mean, you were concerned and you knew that the extra weight. Kathy, your training, formerly you were a nurse, correct?
Right. So I knew I was in trouble.
Exactly. And that's the kind of client I love to work with. So the more Kathy was telling me, the more I was like, yep, we can help you, Kathy, we can help you. And it's been fun to do that. And so you mentioned you did a lot of different things, right? You did Noom, you did, what else did you say you did?
Jenny Craig, Weight Watchers, and then this Revolution Fitness and Therapy thing.
Yeah. And like she said, she could succeed, but then she would get stuck. Now, let's talk about what changed once you started with the 5 principle method, faith-based weight loss program.
The faith-based piece was key. That was key. The personal connection was also huge. The accountability. I had accountability on some of the other ones, but I would just hide. You didn't let me hide. I tried a few times, but you would contact me and say, "Oh, you've been awfully quiet." So that was key too, just the personal connection. The support in the group is amazing. Hearing other people's stories. I could just go on and on.
Yeah, no, I love that. And so let's lean in a little more. And so the faith-based piece really made a difference right away for you, right?
Yes.
I think I remember.
Yes. Because I had a motivation. My motivation was to please God. That was always there. I just didn't know how I could do it because I didn't feel like I could do it on my own.
And maybe you didn't connect that it would link into your weight loss.
No, but I knew it would be good to lose weight.
Right.
But yeah, I didn't connect it as much with honor. I knew I should honor God with my body. So, but not quite getting it.
Yeah, no, I love that. And so Kathy, as you went through your journey, I mean, none of it, tell us, how hard has it been, or how do you feel the changes you're making? Are they sustainable? How have you learned to do what you need to do to lose weight? Tell us a little bit about that.
I think they are, I know they're sustainable, and they're not even done. So that's one of the things that was key for me, is that I'm still working on it and I'm not giving up. They are sustainable. I forgot the other part of your question. I'm so sorry.
No, so I want to know, so one of the things that, so the two ingredients today that we want to talk about, number one is perseverance.
Yeah.
Okay, and I wrote in my notes here, perseverance is continued effort to do or achieve something despite difficulties.
Yes.
So today, if you read the subject, I wanted to talk about two ingredients, and number one is perseverance. And Kathy, I really feel that is been you have exemplified that. You have had a lot of a difficulty, opposition, but you have continued with effort and diligence to achieve your goal. And I think that, so I want to flesh out two aspects of that. Do you feel, and I think you alluded to some of this, but just to be clear, do you feel the support and accountability you've had have helped you persevere through the opposition you have faced?
Oh, absolutely. That's helped a whole lot. God, just the peace of knowing that God is walking. I invite him into my journey every day. So knowing that I'm doing this for him and with him, I'm not doing it alone. And then I also have the support of his people. Mainly women that understand what I'm doing too, which helps a lot.
Yeah, and Kathy has had, like, lots of illness in her and her family, some serious stressors and things that normally would spiral you into a lot of stress, and she has persevered. And so Kathy, I want to just commend you on that, because that is not easy to do, and you're winning, continuing to win is largely due to your perseverance. And yes, we have held you accountable, but you could have still hid. And so I think it's really an amazing ingredient. And I love that. So number one ingredient is perseverance. And I know a lot of times you ladies tell me you need motivation. I want to remind you today, motivation gets you started, but motivation doesn't keep you going.
Right.
And Hebrews 12 reminds us, it says, let us run. It doesn't say with motivation. Maybe you didn't think of that before. Because if it did, then motivation would be great. It says, let us run with perseverance the race that is set before us. And so I want to encourage you guys today. I've loved watching Kathy's perseverance. And I do believe the support and the guidance she's received has helped her persevere, which is why you can't do it alone. Can you say anything about that, Kathy? Like, because, doing it alone, a lot of women feel like guilty that they need help and support, but it's so easy to quit, right? If you're trying to do it alone.
Right. I really, honestly, a number of times wanted to hide, I wanted to fudge on my numbers. I'm like, well, maybe if I shift this, or I just leave this out, and I'm like, that's not going to help me. And why am I doing this if I'm going to lie about it? But it's embarrassing sometimes when you fall down, when you mess up, and I can promise you will, or at least if you're anything like me, you will. In the very beginning, when we went on that one walk, and I was supposed to look, I was so tired. I really had to just look at my feet mostly because I was afraid of falling. But what I saw were ants, and I saw numerous little ant hills on the sidewalk. And I started thinking about the ants, and I thought, they work really hard to build this ant hill and their little underground homes. A lot of it you can't even see. They don't even get credit for it. And then the rain comes and washes it down, and then or somebody like maybe me steps on them, or because I don't like ants particularly, but or little kids, or who knows, something messes with them that they don't have control over, and they don't just say, oh no, my ant hill is ruined, let's just sit here and we need to grieve for a long time. This is really sad. What are we going to do? We don't have any control. They don't say that. They immediately go back to work. Just
Yes.
And I thought, I want to be an ant, not a real ant. Well,
So good.
but so that's kind of the image keeps me going too.
Yes. And I love that image because, you know, we talk about consider the ant. Proverbs talks about the ant.
Right.
And that's one of the biggest things in our wellness program is we're always, as women, especially, we put our wellness, you guys hear me say, don't put your wellness and health and weight loss on the shelf. You got to make it like the ant prepared in summer for winter. We need to be prepared. And that is a beautiful analogy that you shared, Kathy, because this is a super important motivation to prioritize your wellness now. Because like you said, when I love what you just said, they don't sit there and go, oh, and cry. They don't stay there. They keep going. You see the ant and they're carrying it one by one, these little itty bitty things, and God uses the example of the ant. It's so amazing. So I love that you shared that. The second ingredient is consistency. And consistency is regular and steady effort. Now, again, I want to highlight consistency. And with Kathy, tell us a little bit. We talked about this briefly right before we got on. Like, how would you say you are as a manager of your time?
Time manager?
Yes,
that's
time manager.
That's my weakest area.
Yeah, and you.
I'm an attention deficit disorder person. I legitimately have that as a diagnosis. Managing time is not my strength, but I'm working on it and it's getting better. And that's just blowing my mind that I'm getting better at it.
And getting better a lot, guys. I mean, Kathy's made humongous strides. It's really been amazing to watch her journey. And truthfully, like I told you, Kathy, like we said, is 70 and it gets harder to change some of these things, but you are like transformed. And she inspires me, guys. I'm not flattering her. She is persevered and she is consistent. And why did I bring up time management? Because when you struggle with time management, and if you struggle with time management, let us know. That's one of the biggest reasons you're not consistent, because you're constantly spinning. I talk a lot about spinning, and how can you be consistent when you're spinning? And so the fact that you have become more consistent in your rhythms that we talk about a lot, and aware of your rhythms, and then developing them and building on them, has just been really a testimony of perseverance and consistency over a long period of time. Like I said, it's been 8 months. And so anything you want to say about that? How do you feel with the consistency? How are you doing? Like, do you feel more, like, how does that, being able to manage your time better, how do you feel about it?
No, that lifts up my self-image quite a bit. I know God is the one that lifts ultimately our self-image, but I feel like he's just remaking me into a different person, the person that I never thought I could be. In nursing, your schedule is set out for you. You work, and so it wasn't a problem. You have certain times you have to give meds, certain doses, certain procedures, and you know what they are up front. But now that we're retired and I'm at home, I can do whatever I want. I don't have to get up, I don't have to do any of that. So managing the time really helps a great deal. And I feel like I have made huge strides. I'm not there. I'm still would never say I'm a good time manager. I'm not.
But you're more consistent. So so consistency has improved because she's managing her time better. They're kind of like directly correlated, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Developed consistency, and in order to get it, you've had to manage your time better because those rhythms we talk. You guys have heard me do trainings, and if not, go back to the guides on rhythms. And that consistency is super important. And again, we talk a lot about imperfect progress. It doesn't happen overnight. And so if I had to put a third ingredient, which really relates to the first two, so I struggle sometimes when I'm trying to like flesh out these things, is time. You need time. Winning with your weight loss long-term takes time. And, you might be like, well, on average, Kathy's lost about 4 pounds a month, a little more, 4.5 to 5 over 8 months. But in the middle of it, there's been Christmas, New Year, severe sickness, severe stress, severe struggles. a lot of health issues, in many ways, and yet she has maintained and continues to lose 10 inches down, and she knows what to do. Now, of course, we're
Right.
still guiding her, et cetera, but to me, that is so impactful. Any updates on your health, like what has improved since you're doing the 5 principle? Have your meds stayed steady? We didn't talk about this, but like, how are you doing with your diabetes status and other things? Are you?
Yeah, my blood sugar stays within the normal acceptable range. So that's good because that impacts the rest of you. I still have to update. I forgot my thyroid. I got diagnosed with hypothyroidism too, right around then, but so I have to recheck that.
How's your energy level?
Energy levels much higher. Much higher. My hair is not falling out. My protein, I think the protein makes a big difference too. The increase in protein, but the increase in movement is fun. It's fun. When I'm walking, I walk really fast. And I do it with my earbuds in, and I listen to 50s, 60s music because I'm older, and that's my style. You know, and I get going real fast. Sometimes I'm dancing. I do it in the house because right now it's cold, so I wouldn't be dancing outside probably, but in the house I am.
And your knee you're managing it, right? You've not had a knee replacement.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. Right, my knee still has pain periodically, and it's hard for doing squats, so I've been working on sit to stands from the chair to try to do that. So I don't, you know, I could go and say I'm low enough now. I could have the surgery, but I'm like, well, let's just get a little more time. See how it does, and maybe I can postpone it a while.
Yeah, and the more weight you keep losing, Kathy, the less pressure on that knee, and knee pain and weight loss are super directly correlated, guys. As we kind of wrap up, what advice would you give someone who was in your spot 8 months ago, 6 months ago, more like 8, because like I said, we've been working through different phases of the program. What advice would you give?
Don't give up. Believe in yourself. Don't believe the lie that you can't do it, because that's a lie. That's one of the things I learned to confront. You can. This is stupid. It's not rocket science. You can do it. I've done it before. I can do it. It's just I needed to believe I could and to keep working at it. So I would just say, do it. Just go for it, because you can, and you will feel better about yourself. And I don't want to get to the end of my life and have all these regrets. I really don't. I want to be able to know that I've done what God called me to do.
Amen. I love it. So that's exciting. And I'm excited to watch you, Kathy, keep losing the weight, and looking to make sure here we covered everything. Anything you want, anything else you want to say as we close? Final thoughts. What's your favorite color?
Blue.
What's your favorite kind of book to read? Yeah, my mom likes this.
Oh, she's got good taste.
She does.
I like historical fiction a lot.
Okay, that's nice. And one nice piece of information, guys, Kathy loves to write. She's a writer, very good writer.
Well, I'm not, I just write little snippets. My goal is to write something that's published. I'm still a little afraid on that. So I've written stuff, but I don't submit it.
Yeah, no, I love it. Mary Ellen wrote no regrets. No regrets, Kathy. That means you better start writing. You're getting some. Yes, Tracy, you are so welcome. Guys, I love to hear the stories of clients, and I just want to wrap up as we summarize. Kathy has been an example of persevering and being consistent, being teachable, not giving up, and she is getting results, and they're sustainable. She has been able to keep getting results in the midst of a lot of adversity, and you can too, guys. And so again, if you have any thing you want to let Kathy know, put it in the comments. Kathy, I loved connecting with you today and hearing your story, and I'm so proud of your hard work, and I'm excited to see you keep going and getting those 50 more pounds off.
Yeah, you won't even know who I am. I'll look so different.
I know it's going to be, we're going to have a party, and yeah, this is exciting. So guys, again, if you think you have any 1 or 2 friends that would be encouraged by Kathy's story, share it with her. share it with them, invite them to the group. Also, you can always listen on the podcast. This week, more exciting things in the group. Like I said, make sure you become my Facebook friend so you get notifications about things more readily in your feed. And number two, check your messages, or better yet, send me a message if you want to learn anything more about what we do. And Kathy, thank you. I hope you guys were blessed. Give Kathy a thank you in the comments that you enjoyed learning about her journey. And we'll be back again. Actually, next week, our live is on Thursday, not Friday. So Thursday at 10, same place, no big deal if you miss it, because it's always on replay, but we love to have you with us live. And yeah, that's all I got for you today. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll catch you next time.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thanks, Kathy.